right, everybody, listen, we are back at Pet Talk Tuesday, and we have a new vet to introduce to everybody. We have Dr. Richie Burdeaux, who actually works in Clarence, but today we're going to be talking about kind of your specialty. We're going to be talking about rabbits, but also birds and exotics are something that you kind of specialize in, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And today I want to talk about rabbits because they can live to be about 10 to 12 years old, which is a lot older than people think that they can live. The problem is when we give them a lot of pelleted food to eat. When they eat pellets, they kind of just crunch them down just like we eat food. But when they eat hay, they grind these back teeth like that, which grinds them down and keeps them from overgrowth. If they overgrow, they can grow down under the jaw. They can also grow into the eye socket.
Ooh, so this would be normal. This is basically the teeth that are growing normal because it's getting roughage like that.
Exactly.
Here is one where you don't even see any teeth because the teeth are growing, because they're chewing too many pellets and not getting that grass and that hay.
Precisely.
So do you have to tell a lot of rabbit owners that it's not just pellets that's part of their diet?
So many times.
Really?
Yeah, people are trying to do the right thing and keeping them fed. They don't like anything to go hungry, which is okay. They can have as much hay as they want, but sometimes we have to limit the pellets. So I would recommend you checking with your veterinarian, especially if you have a rabbit that doesn't like hay because they've been so used to eating pellets. Just like us, we like McDonald's.
Yes.
It's hard for us to eat the salad bar. So talk to your veterinarian about ways to get them to eat more hay.
Where do you suggest somebody gets good hay for a rabbit?
Well, Oxbow does have good hay. There's also something called Crazy Tasty Hay that you can find online at binglingbunny.com, I think, which is a really good like clover blend, and so it can get them to eat them.
Okay.
We don't want them to eat alfalfa hay because even though we call it a hay, it's actually a legume. It's high in calcium and high in protein, which isn't that great for rabbits.
So really what you're telling me is that, look, if you want to have a rabbit as a pet, you really have to talk with someone like you so you understand what goes into keeping that animal healthy for its natural lifetime.
Absolutely. We can trim their teeth, but we don't want to, and neither does the rabbit, and neither does the client. So if we can avoid having to do that, everyone's a lot happier.
And when you give them the correct food, that takes place naturally, that their teeth will continue to grind down themselves.
For the most part. There are always exceptions, especially the breeds that have the short noses. But for the most part, 90% of the time, if they're on the right diet, they're not going to have any teeth problems.
Do we have a lot of rabbit owners in Western New York?
We do. They're actually becoming more popular. I think they're like the 4th or 5th most popular pet, but the numbers are going up. A few decades ago, there were hardly any rabbits in homes. Now there's the House Rabbit Society. People are bringing them in. They're great pets. They're smart, they're intelligent, they're really cool.
Do rabbits need vaccinations?
Not in this country. In Europe, they do vaccinate them for some things, but here we haven't vaccinated
So
them.
we don't have to give a rabbit a rabies shot?
Nope.
They don't get that?
We don't see rabies in rabbits.
Well, that's interesting.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, and the rabbits, the domestic rabbits that people use as pets, are different from the ones we're seeing outside.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's an important point because at Easter time, people will buy these rabbits, and then when they get tired of them, they'll turn them out. You really can't do that. They're not meant to survive out in the wild, especially this climate. So, you know, go see the SPCA if you have a problem with your rabbit.
But remember that they live 8 to 10 years. That's a commitment if that's what you're going to get as a pet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have some 12 and 13-year-olds too, so they can live a long time.
How often should someone bring their pet rabbit for you to see as just a regular good health check?
At least once a year. So some of our senior rabbits we might see more often, but once a year, and this is very important. Some people don't do it because we don't have the vaccines. So they don't have the yearly vaccines, so they don't come in to see us until something's wrong. But if they see us ahead of time, we can stop the problem in its tracks and get them better a lot faster.
All right, so Dr. Burdeaux's point for today is make sure with the pellets that your rabbit is getting enough roughage. That's very, very important.
Absolutely.
And you suggest what kind of hay?
It's any grass-based hays that they will eat, Timothy hay. If not, you can try Crazy Tasty Hay, which is online.
All right, well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
It's going to be great to have you on the show.
Absolutely.
See, we're going to be talking about even more kinds of animals that people are making pets. That's super. All right, and with that, gardening expert Melinda Myers is up next with